Not bad. All right.
Next one.
Yep.
This episode is brought to you by my friends at Chubby's Shorts. Their tagline is, "The weekend has arrived." And I gotta be honest, it does always feel a little bit like a weekend when I'm wearing my favorite 5.5-inch training shorts, because they have the comfort of something that you can throw on and you just forget all about. With the built-in liner, I get zero tugging, zero chafing, and zero adjusting when I've got the 4-way stretch that Chubby's has going on. They're super soft, but always supportive, and I take these things through every single movement imaginable, from cleans, Olympic lifts, squats, lunges, double unders, biking, and more. And let's not forget to mention that Chubbies come in the best color combos, all with built-in compression liners. Make sure you visit chubbys.team/Marcus Philly. You're gonna find your favorite new shorts in a variety of colors and inseam lengths. Again, I use the 5.5-inch if you're looking to purchase what I've got. Make sure you use code MARCUS15 to get your 15% off on your first purchase.
Honestly, Marcus is a big pre-workout food kind of guy. I'm actually a fan of being a pretty low carb guy. I like having my carbs intra-workout. It's actually a great time for me. I feel like while Marcus puts away weights, I can eat watermelon.
Tell the people why watermelon during their workout's a good idea.
You know, it's especially if you're overweight or insulin resistant, or you think you might be insulin resistant, or you have, metabolic issues. One of the safest times to eat carbohydrates is going to be pre-workout, intra-workout, or post-workout. There is a very clear reason why I like intra-workout, and it is something that is called an insulin-independent glucose uptake. And what that means is the sugar that is in this watermelon, which, believe it or not, is not actually that much, gets taken up directly by the muscle cell without insulin being needed. So if you're someone that's overweight or insulin resistant, it's a great time to capitalize on really getting carbs into a cell that would ordinarily have a little bit of a tougher time. It's also a great excuse for me to be able to eat some watermelon. Hot tip on watermelon, kind of negligible, but it is one of the highest citrulline foods as well. So if you've ever taken a pre-workout, they have a lot of times citrulline malate in them. Citrulline will help nitric oxide production. So you actually do get a nice little pump, and that's part of the red pigment that's in there that you get. So yeah, kind of fun. This one's gonna be fun.
Yep.
Not bad. All right.
Next one.
Yep.
Sometimes this life can get rough. You get knocked down, but you gotta get up. Keep going. I'd have been knocked down 1,000 times, yeah, I traveled around 1,000 miles, feeling so tired, but I can't stop now. Can't wait too far, won't throw in the towel. It ain't looking real good, but I won't give up. Pac said that I gotta keep my head up, so I ain't going nowhere. Yeah, I'm standing right here. Demons all around, but I ain't got no fear. You can kick me down, but I won't stay down. I run this town, ain't backing down. We going in rounds. Yeah, the winds will blow, but these roots too deep. I'm on my feet, the underdog, and I won't be beat. In the fire now, for this, and now it's my turn. Sweat on my face, blood in my eyes. Been underground, now I aim for the skies. Don't quit now, you can last longer. All these wounds only making you stronger. Don't give up now, yeah, you gotta climb. But we give it to all until the end, until the end of time. We ain't going nowhere. We'll be standing right here until the end of time. Till the end of time. We ain't going nowhere. We'll be standing right here until the end of time. Till the end of time. Until the end of time. Until the end of time. Yeah.
It is real.
Been through a whole lot, but we overcome. Enemies in our face, but we ain't gon' run. Never drift off course, always stay on mission. Won't slow us down, cause we way too driven. Yet we put in these 10,000 hours. You won't stop us, cause we got the power.
Jeez Louise.
That was good.
It was like a delt workout like I've never felt before.
That's a decent amount of volume.
That is, yeah. Whew. I mean, we got through the round of 14 on the cleans. That's 54 reps, plus you got through 12 on that. Yeah, plus 42, so, 106 presses in a span of 14 minutes. It's like,
That's a good point.
it's a lot of density.
Yeah, after doing depth push-ups.
Yep. Yeah, but I do like these ascending ladders, like the reps went from low to high. And probably you've seen this, but like classically in like this style of training for high intensity purposes, you would go from high reps to low reps, because as you fatigue, your reps get smaller, you can push higher, you can keep pushing high intensity. Here, this is by design. Like, we blitzed through our first 3 rounds, and then it was like, oh, I'm gonna have to start breaking it up, which brings the overall metabolic intensity down. But what does that do? Forces you to get a little more rest, keep the quality of the movement higher, right? If you're like, oh, I'm totally blitzed in my brain, I'm breathing, but I only got 5 reps to do, I'm gonna go do them no matter what. Yeah. It can get pretty sloppy at that point. So, I fully anticipate in these workouts as they're written that you're gonna have to take breaks. Yeah. And that's totally fine. There's no rule in fitness that says if you take a break, you're not getting fit.
Fair.
Yeah.
And it's nice because then when you want to be performance-based in your own numbers, then you can go for it. You can count your reps. You can pay attention to that more. And it's perfect. It's something for everybody.
Yeah, right on.
And I definitely noticed it forces you to build mental toughness compared to like a reverse ladder, like going down. I definitely noticed, like, for me, it's more about, okay, I need to mentally pace myself. And when I get halfway through that with these ascending ladders, I'm like, oh, shoot. Like, the mental toughness becomes a real piece. Like, a traditional descending ladder kind of plays into the fact that you only have so much willpower and fortitude to push you through. And it plays in that, it kind of adjusts it for that ratio. But in this case, it's flipping that entire paradigm on its head. So a lot of it's up there.
Totally, yeah. And something to me that's like, when people interact and confront their fitness in life, strength is important. Yeah. Good functional range is important. But when it comes oftentimes to work capacity, when people are like using their fitness in life, it's not in like extreme, like high intensity scenarios. It's more in like enduring events. Like, I want to go for a hike. I want to walk the city in this new place. Yeah, I want to do these things. I want to walk through Disneyland. Like, I want to be able to take my fitness and apply it over longer periods of time. And to me, that means you have to understand your fitness. You have to understand how to pace yourself. Yeah. So this idea of like learning how to pace yourself aerobically while doing resistance work, that's like, to me, gives people access to so much in life. Like, so many times you see people on the hike, they're like, a quarter of the way up and they're taking long breaks because they went too fast. They're like, oh, they haven't hiked in a year, and they're like out trying to crush the hike with the family, and they're like, they're out for the rest of the hike. It's like the rest of the hike is not enjoyable because they blitz the first little climb too fast. So these things, like, to me, is like lifelong fitness is about being strong, about having great aerobic capacity, and then periodically we'll switch on a high gear. Yeah. But like that's few and far between in life. Like we're not sprinting down the prey. We're not evading predators like for sprints. Like once upon a time, maybe that was like a weekly occurrence in our evolutionary past. But now it's like, let's be enduring people that can do a lot of sustained metabolic output, and let's be strong and be this coordination of those and this type of training to me is the best.
Yeah, I think the best part, you walk out of it feeling good, and that's I feel toast, but I don't feel like holy crap I can't move.
Yeah, that's another really like important thing to even comment on. I'm glad you brought that up. It's like in those last couple minutes, like I could not muster another rep. Yeah. But here we are, like within 5 minutes, we're having a conversation, like we're ready to get after the next thing. And I think people value that a lot too. It's I don't want to walk out of my, boot camp class and like want to go take a nap because I got to go to work. I got to be with the kids. I got to get my life going. Yeah. And this feels like, okay, let's go get after it. Let's go do something else. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. Well, awesome. Well, thank you for having me on. Yes. Thanks for showing everything. Sorry I'm a sweaty mess.
No, I love it. And it shows that some work was really done. And thanks for being a good sport and letting me kind of give you pointers along the way and kind of talk you through what we're doing. I think it's going to be really valuable for everybody that's having a chance to see us do this together.